Hi everybody, it's Diana with Stamping with Die. Welcome to my YouTube channel and this week's Die's Shorts. And I'm going to be doing the other kit for May. And this one is Serene Scenes. And I don't think this one will take very long. It does do 9 cards like the kit that I did the other day. So there's 3 different designs and you'll do 3 of each design equals 9 cards. But I'm just going to do one of each of the designs. So I'm not going to do all 9 cards. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Diana, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona. So usually during the live, I'm in the chat room during the video premiere, but I'm not sure if I will be today or not. I have company in town, and we're going to be out antique shopping, thrift shopping. We're making a whole day of it. So I don't know exactly where I'll be at that time. So if I can, I'll stop and use my phone. Otherwise, please just chat amongst yourselves. I know you are all good about doing that. And if you have any questions, put it below or whatever. But I'll try. But like I said, I don't want to promise anything, just because I'm not sure. All right. And if you are watching the replay, though, and you have a question or a comment, just leave it below, and YouTube will let me know, and then I can reach out. So yeah, so that's what's going to go on today. So I'll be doing 3 different cards. So let's get started. So close your eyes while I get my camera adjusted. So this is the kit, and just like the other day, I kind of mounted all of my pieces. And this one comes with a gray granite spot, but you know me, I'm going to use my big mama pad. And this is what the stamp set looks like, because it's a lot easier to show you on here than, here. But this is what this stamp set looks like. And then I just fold this in half, and then I staple it, and then I just slide the stamp set. These are the little plastic things that the stamp set will stick to. There's like a cover sheet, and then the one you stick them to. And then I just slide it in there. Like that. All right. Also, like I did the other day, before we get started, I'm just going to kind of prime my stamps. They are photopolymer, so I like to just get them a little primed. You can do this with a Versamark, but like I did the other day, my gray granite is out. In this way, it'll also tell me if I need to ink up my pad at all. I think it's pretty good because gray granite is not a super dark color. This also will show you if any of your stamps have an issue, if anything is wrong with any of them. I might actually put a little more ink in that, to be honest. All right, so let me show you how I do that. So we have our ink pad, and then here's my gray granite ink. And then I have some spoons that I've picked up antiquing off to the side, and I just use them to move my ink around. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit on the pad. And then I'm just going to take my spoon, and I'm just kind of spreading it around a little bit. Like that. Okay, and then I just get a baby wipe, and I just wipe that off, and then it goes back in my little jar for the next time. All right, so let's just see. So that's a lot better. And then I'm just going to use this one. I'm going to go around a little bit and kind of move some of that ink around. All right, let's see if that helps. All right, we'll just close it. Close it for a second while we get our stuff out. All right, so just like the other day, we have a block because it is all inclusive. You've got some little glue dots in there. I just use my glue dots in my packet. And we have dimensionals, and then I just usually set those aside, and I use ones that, you know, have already been open. And if I don't have any that's open, then I'll start it. All right, so we have little, cute little envelopes. Now they have a stamping on the envelopes, and you could do that if you want. I don't know if I'm going to, because they are pretty just as it is. Because can you see that? They're kind of almost like clouds in the sky. It's very, very cool. All right. And like I said, I'm only going to do one of each. So I'm just going to pull out what I need. Okay. And it also has our chipboard. All right. So we have this card. And I'm just going to assume this is the one that goes with that. Okay. And then we have this one. It looks like this one goes with that. And then we have this one. And it looks like this one goes with that. Because basically, see, this is the same picture that's here. They've just deleted the center. All right. So let's see. Now I'm going to stamp my little greetings. So we have Happy Father's Day, hello, and you did it. And I'm just going by this for the greetings. All right. So Happy Father's Day, hello, and you did it. So really, we only have like squares and then those little banner-y things. All right. So Happy Father's Day. Let's see if I can get it close enough that my head's not in the way, but that I can actually see. Okay, so Happy Father's Day. I'm just going to try not to smear that. I'm just going to set that over there. Because I always tell you, this paper takes a little bit longer to dry. This paper, I think, is going to take even longer because there's a texture to it. And it almost feels like there's almost like a coating to it as well. So I think it's just going to take a little longer to dry. All right, and then we want hello. And you did it. What did you do? I don't know, but you did it. All right. And you did it. So I'm just going to set those over there with the Happy Father's Day. All right. So let's get to the first card, which is this one. The one that looks to me like, it looked to me like a field. You know, like a farmer's field is what that really gives me the feels for. Alrighty, now we're gonna pop this out. And I probably would keep this because it's just kind of cute, right? It's got that little bit of texture to it. You could use it on another card. All right. And then this is going to go on here. All right. So before we do that, let's give this a little fold because we are going to stamp on here. Okay. So we have this, and then they've stamped that they have stamped, I'm just looking, hold on. I'm just looking at it. Okay. They have just stamped this, whatever this little thing is. Like, it doesn't say anything. Oh, I guess I can see some words in there. I can see more than. So there are letters. So, all right. So that is just going to go right there. So it's just got that on there. Okay. And then we're going to tear this, and that's going to go on there. But what's weird is when I'm looking at the picture, oh, no. When I'm looking at this picture, it's also stamped on here. Which is very weird. Because see, it's like here. So we've stamped it on here. Then we put this on there. But when you look at that finished picture, oh, okay. So this is better than this. If you look at these real ones, you can tell that it's not on there. Okay. But on here, it looks like it is. Okay, ignore me. All right, now this is going to take a bit to dry, so I might do this class a little bit different. Okay, so I'm just going to let this sit because that is going to take a bit of time, my friends, to dry. All right, so they did do a little, just a note to say on the inside. Whatever it says, just a note to let you know how much you're appreciated. It's a little sticky. All right, and then I'm just going to set these over here to dry. So I'm not really finished that card yet. All right, now I want to do this one because they're just going to take a little bit of time to dry. So instead of me just sitting here while it's drying, I might as well be working on the other one. All right. Now they also have this little thing again. Good grief, Diana. Okay, it goes this way. Although I don't think anybody's going to be reading it. All right, so we have this. And that is going to stamp like this. So keep a good hold of your block so you don't kind of half pick it up and then drop it because it sticks a little bit. Okay, so that's done and need to be drying. What's on the end of this one? So this says, I'm so grateful. Okay, so again, just kind of hold the block as you're pulling it up. Because this paper has a little bit of a texture to it. So I find that it wants to like kind of suck up that ink, you know, as it's on there. Okay, so we'll set this aside. And then I want this one, which goes like that. So I'm kind of like all over the place with this class, or with this kit, so I apologize, but it's just, to me, it just makes it more sense to do this way. All right, so this thing again is on the card. And it's over here. And here. And then you probably could heat set it, but I'm hoping that it will just you know, air dry. All right, and then we have congratulations on the inside of this one. Okay. All right, let's let them dry. So I will show you what it says to do with the envelope, just to waste a little bit more time as things are drying. All right, so it says to, because it even shows the envelopes, and I don't remember a kit showing like the envelopes, or if it did, I totally skipped, you know, didn't even notice it. All right, so we have that, and then we have the cute little tree that is going to go over top of it. But what I'm going to do, the next envelope, which I should have did with that one, is do as I say, not as I do. Oops, hang on. I'm dropping stuff. All right, let me get another envelope and my grid sheet. All right, because what I should have did was, excuse me, I should have stamped this off first and then put it on. So this will be a little bit lighter. You know, it'll be a little bit lighter, and then we'll do full strength for the tree. So see, that's better. You see the tree more because I stamped off that thing first. So, all right. So that just kind of shows you. And then I'll just go like this on everything. All right, so I don't think I need the ink pad anymore. All right, let's see which one is dry. So we did this one first, and it still looks a little wet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to rub. And that way, if there's any extra ink on the greeting on the inside, so I think the inside's going to dry faster just because it doesn't have that film. But the front does. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to lay that on there and then rub. And any leftover ink will get on the grid sheet, and it will help that dry a little bit. So I'll do that to all the cards. But like I said, you could get your heat gun out and heat set them, or just let them sit a while to air dry, but I'm trying to, get the cards done for the video. So see, they're still kind of wet. I could even use a tissue. I'm just using everything. Okay. Okay, so that helps. So, but see, it's even leaving some on the tissue. And it could be because, you know, I just re-inked it. But I think also is because of the coating on the paper, especially where these pictures are, because it does feel like it's painted on there. So I think that's just resisting the ink a little bit. All right. I think those are going to be good enough. So now we have this, and this is going to get put on with dimensionals. So we need our dimensionals, and they put quite a few on. To really, you know, pop that up. Okay. Get over there. Okay. And then this, we're just going to bring over here and lay it over here. And you're going to want to match it with the card. So I find it easier to match it with that center. Right? Like kind of look at that center line and then see how this goes up there and that goes there. Just, you know, make those match, and it's really cool looking because it's very, very three-dimensional. All right, and then this one says hello. So I think those are dry. Okay. Oh, and I was supposed to put a tree in there, but I can put it in there now. Okay, so we have hello. I'm going to use half of a dimensional. And a glue dot. Okay, and then this just goes here, like that. And then the tree, I was supposed to put on before I put this on. So let's see if we can stick him up underneath there, because I totally didn't see that. All right, so this little tree is just gonna go back in there like that. So isn't that cute? Very cute. And I think it would look just as cute without that splattery, splotchy thing. So I think when I make the other ones, I don't think I'm gonna use this. I think I'm just gonna have them be plain, so that it doesn't hide that pretty sky. All right, so let's see what this one looks like, and then I'll wait till I get them all the way done to decide. All right, so then we have this one. So again, we have a tree again. Is this a tree or a bush? This time it's a bush. Come on, little bushy. Okay, so we have a bush. And that's gonna go right there. Okay, and then this time we have the little square. And dimensionals again. And I'm gonna cut them in half. Just because this one looks a little skinnier than the other one. And I don't want my dimensionals sticking out. So just cut them up in half. And now you have some solid ones, or you could cut those in half too. All right. And then this will go on there. But yeah, so what do you think? You think that you'll skip that? I mean, I'll wait to see what this one does, but... All right, so again, you're just going to put that on there and just kind of look. So I don't see much of... I need to take this one off, so just roll because of that tree. So, or that bush or whatever. So you don't see much of that bush. Okay. So I could have moved that little bush over, but it seemed like I put it where it said on the directions. So that's okay. And then we want you did it. So this is why I do these. So then you'll go, oh, remember we have to move that bush over. Or we're not going to stamp that splotchy thing. All right, so we have the little dimensional on the one side and the glued on the other side. So hopefully this helps you, like, you know, figure out your kit. Oops, I forgot to peel the back off. I keep forgetting to do that. All right. So there's that. And I just need to lift this up. I put my glue dot not in the right spot. There we go. So you did it. Congratulations. So yeah, I think I would do the same thing on this one and just ignore, not put that splattery thing. I don't even know if it's not a splatter. I don't know what it is. It's like a funny background thing. All right. So let's do the last card. All right. Do we have a tree here? Yes, we do. We have a tree here as well. All right. Now this tree is a tall, skinny one. There's 3 different kinds of trees. Okay. And then this one, the tree looks like it's over here. So now I've learned from that one to bring it in. Like, bring it in. Bring it in, people. All right. So here's these little things, and then this is just going to go on here. So see, I can see that tree a lot better. All right, now I think the solid ones, nope, I'm going to cut them again because this one looks a little skinny as well. The first one was fatter. So did you watch The Rookie? I hadn't, I've been trying, I've been watching like old series like Bones and Mad Men, you know, and I've been kind of missing like current shows. So like I was like, oh my gosh, the Rookies season finale's coming. I haven't even watched most of the season, so I finishing up, and oh my gosh, the last like 3 minutes of the show. Now I can't wait till the new season. All right, so we have, this is just going to go here, and again, I'm just kind of looking at my side so it kind of completes itself. Now this one isn't as bad. This one isn't as bad. Like I could probably even rub this off. It still looks like it's a little, see, it still looks like it's got a little bit of ink. But anyway, so this one isn't as bad, that thing, but I still think when I make the rest, I'm not putting that. I mean, it's a neat little, it's a neat little design, you know, for other things, and it's cool on the envelope. But all right, and then we have our Happy Father's Day, and that's gonna go, so this side gets the dimensional that time, and then a glue dot on the other side. Okay, so we have, peel the back off, Diana. All right, so we have our Happy Father's Day. Like that. So stinking cute. All right, so here are the cards for this kit. So you have 1, 2, and oh, here it is, and 3. And then the little envelopes, you know, you can stamp on the little envelopes, make them really cute. They are adorable, even if you don't. But so here is the other kit for May. And I love the whole scenery thing, but like I said, I'm not going to put that splotchy thing. So that's just me. All right, so let me say, see you later, alligator. So what do you think? Are you going to use this splotchy thing? I probably not. I am probably not. I mean, it looks kind of cool how it hangs out the side, but I'm not a fan of how it's on that pretty design in there, so no big deal. I'll just do the other ones without. All right, so let me know what you think, and I will see you Monday for my mimeograph Monday with a twist, and that will be 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. Have a great weekend, and I will see you then. All right, bye for now.